Coach Rob Carter Show this morning brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales, 230 West First Street in Sylacauga. And Coach, good morning. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is. I told you, I'd rather have an outside interview. The weather feels great, getting a little deer hunting weather, but and it's homecoming week, so a lot of excitement around.
7-0 at halftime last Friday night, and things are looking better for Sylacauga, and then the bugaboo bites again in the second half. First half, however, pretty good. Talk about it.
Right. We went out there, and like I said, the kids were just as fired up to defend me, going back to some old territory and old players that were on across the ball from us, and they played extremely hard. Defensively, we played lights out. We're just making them go 3 and out. We hadn't seen a lot of that all year. They played hard. Offensively, we have a drive, and we just come up short, nothing to nothing. We get right in there, and just a disciplined play where we miss a kid here or there, and then we drop the snap on the extra point, and but then we haven't pinned deep, but they played well. We moved the ball well, and went in the half feeling pretty good, 7-0, and had shown signs of being able to move the ball and being able to stop them. So we felt good. Second half, of course, that's when the 5 minutes there kind of got out of hand.
Before we get to the second half, even before we get to the first half, what were some of the things running through your mind? You'd been at Beauregard, won a state championship there, been successful there, saw a lot of people that you connected with while there. What's some of your thoughts as you go back there as an opposing coach?
Yeah, we're being in the opposing locker room that you're not used to. Those things were different. Of course, the walk to the stadium is different. Being on the opposite side, looking at something you looked at for 15 years. It was on your side. Was all strange, but it was it's in this job is pretty normal. And seeing those kids you saw as freshmen play for you as seniors. I was able to see some of them before the game stretching with hugs and what it's all about. Just the competition against the people you're familiar with. And I'm going to tell you, our coaches circle within our region are really close. We communicate a lot with each other. Just like this game coming up, me and Coach Horn, I'm not, I listen to him, a lot of wisdom there. But Justin Jones, which is coach at Beauregard, has done a great job of, getting into that circle of closeness within that region, because whatever happens after, we're going to support each other into the playoffs. So, it was strange being on that visitor side for the first time ever, but I took the kids and I said, hey, I'll walk any dark alley with you guys. You got my back. You're going to play your best. I know you will. And they did. They played the best they could until it just wore down on us.
So you're down 7-0 at halftime. What are your thoughts in the dressing room preparing for the second half?
Oh, we're excited. We like where we stand with them. And, we just got to come out and just finish, the third quarter, fourth quarter without too many mental mistakes. You're going to make them, but, don't let it be a touchdown. And, of course, when you got young kids playing in some roles they have to play in, you're going to make a mistake here or there, which are, things that they're going to remember next 2 years down the road, because we got sophomores playing in the secondary. But, the kids were playing hard. It wasn't a mistake because the kid wasn't, trying.
Walk us through, you're down 7-0 at halftime, and it kind of starts getting away from you early in the third quarter.
It does. The first play, they throw a bubble, and they block it well, and we just don't get off the block, and their guy just runs it down the sideline for a touchdown.
Now, it's not like something you haven't practiced.
No, we were there. They just were hat on a hat and blocked us, and you hear some screaming, hold, and hear this, but you got to get off. You got to make plays no matter what. But they have very good players out there too, so that's the reason they're undefeated, and we're just able to get that block and get off and break an arm tackle and score. So that's how it started. We go right back to second drive, and, we run up. Well, now, listen, I got some kids playing 5 different roles. So if we take, say, Q Swain and move him from inside receiver, outside receiver, safety to quarterback, to we've got people playing everywhere, and I don't fault the kid. He ran a different route, and, we threw to where we thought he was going to be, interception, touchdown. So you're down 14 points in the second half right off the bat, that you've got to now climb that that. But we continue to work hard. I thought Rance Mansion ran extremely hard. I don't know what he ended up for the night, but I know he hit over 100 yards in the first half. That's a young 10th grader coming up.
Now, he's been a plus for you throughout the season.
Yeah, and I knew he would. He's just, you know, when you rely on a 10th grader in the backfield, and he's not a huge kid, but he's extremely physical and he runs hard. He's, you know, I look forward to him. I can't wait to see his growth all the way to his senior year or even the next year. But he ran extremely hard. The line blocked well up front. You know, we even threw Quan Becklin, offensive tackle, in at running back, ran the ball a few times. And somebody said, "You didn't run him in the second half." I said, "Well, he's kind of tired. He's played defensive line, offensive line, and running back." So that's where we stand. But the kids are having fun, enjoying it. You might see Zy McElrath run a little bit of running back, big boy in the backfield this week. And, you know, it just, I look forward to every week with this group. You think, well, what's going to happen on Monday, you know? And you might see, but when they hit that football field, it's about having a good time and working hard. And
you been around a long time, and knowing that you're not going to win many football games just scoring 7 points. And Central Clay County, that's another formidable opponent coming in for homecoming tomorrow night.
Right, and you said it, good defensive team. They don't score a ton of points, but they also don't give up many points. And you know, I don't really remember the record right now. I know they've got, I think, 1-2 losses. They lost to a common opponent with Ben Russell early, about similar scores, and I'm not sure who they lost to second game, but you know, we expect to have our struggles there. I think, you know, we've gotten to where we're trying to get 3-4 and keep the score low, where you see us huddling now because of lack of firepower or ability to really spread the ball out.
How does that hamstring your plans? You know, you got young kids playing, you got kids that are hurt, you got kids that they have a little experience now, but didn't have much coming into the season.
Right, and we've had B-team stuff where we've had success. So, you know, those kids are growing throughout the season, getting better. You know, it just hamstrings your passing game, your ability to get some guys out there, had some dynamic speed with loss of Beal and Cottingham early, Twyman's hurt. So you got 3 of your speedsters that are probably as good or better than anybody on the other side in that as athletes for the opposing team, and those guys are out. So you get a lot of youth, and you have to move kids around, and you know, that creates some of the confusion because, you know, you're trying to get a Q Swain and open and get the ball out to him, and everybody knows it. Then you're trying to develop a younger kid in another role and get him the ball. But, you know, all that's, to me, that's what a coach for is fun. And watch those guys, the growth and the excitement still in those young men's eyes of, hey, we're getting to compete. You know, coach said, hey, be ready to step up. You're second string, and it's the truth this year. You're always one play from being first string, and that's been the truth. But kids are great, and they're responding great, and they look forward to, you know, Clay County coming in here, which is sort of I would guess say the measuring stick of your team every year, because everybody goes, hey, Clay County, you know, watch out, Danny Horn and that group, and every right they should. They play hard, and they're a good football team.
It is homecoming, and it'll be the final homecoming for that group of seniors that you're very fond of those seniors and this entire football team.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I got one at linebacker, and right now he's hurt. We don't know if he's day-to-day with an ankle, and you know, so they're really close because that's his group, and we've, you know, fed them on Thursday nights, been with them, done those things. Last night I went out and chaperoned floats, and it changes your whole, even though I understand football is just part of the growth period of being a student, you know, and homecoming is special. You go out to watch them do the floats, and the excitement of just every kid out there doing those floats is amazing. If you don't get a chance to chaperone it, you need to do it because it just opens your eyes up and makes you remember stuff in your days. I thought, you know, that was great for me to see. Just the regular average student bodies working with football players, having a great time, enjoying being a youngster and a student and getting to experience the tradition of that homecoming floats. And we're really excited about that, the school, you know, so it tells you about Sylacauga. We bounce back, we care about each other no matter what the record is.
It's even though Sylacauga has been not fortunate enough to win a game so far this season, there's no quitting these kids.
No, none at all. And then, I lay my head down in the bed and my wife says, we got to win. That's the way I go.
Pressure right there.
And I'm at home, yeah. I mean, she's my worst critic. You can get on there and write anything you want to on Twitter, Facebook. My wife, understands how we continue to push it, each other in the family. But, it's still, I love them. I love what I do. I'm going to continue to do it. I'm going to try to get it the way it needs to be. And, we got a lot of youth playing. I think I had 2 seniors on offense, sometimes 1.
Wow.
I had 3 to 4 on defensive seniors. The rest of them are young kids, and a lot more playing are young. Won our last 2 B team games. I saw a lot of promising athletes there. And then the middle school, they're playing for the championship. Yep. So you got it building in the right way. There's no doubt. I see it happening with the experience. So, but this game is, we're going to go out. We're going to play Clay County as hard as we can, as hard as we did last week. And hopefully the ball, bounces our way on some things.
Before we go, Coach, it's an oddity for sure. You very seldom see as many good teams that you guys have faced on a schedule for 1 year, but this year's just been loaded with unbeaten teams, playoff teams, and sometimes it happens like that. But I guess the experience of playing in games like this can bode well for the future.
That's right. You haven't seen us back down, and it's great for the future and going, hey, we'll go out there and play as hard as we can. We understand the numbers are low on the varsity football team as far as depth-wise with experience. And those guys show up every, game. They give it all they got till they just about give out. You don't see the quitting part. You don't see those things. So I'm very proud of this group. There's a reason you're here. It's higher than us, where we are. Yeah. And where we stand and how we deal with it. And I thought our guys have dealt with it well, and really proud of, it's so much easier to be 7-0 than it is 0-7.
Certainly.
So they're learning a lot about life, and I believe in these young men.
No doubt about it. Good luck tomorrow night, and let's get a win.
Let's pack the stadium, have a good time.
All right. Appreciate you coming. Coach Rob Carter, the head football coach of the Sylacauga Aggies. They take on Central Clay County. It is homecoming for the Aggies. Parade tonight at 6:30. Then big bonfire and pep rally after that down at the stadium. And, Coach, always a pleasure. And let's get that W tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
More Daybreak coming up. The Coach Rob Carter Show brought to you by Stop and Shop Auto Sales.